Welcome to Space Center Houston, where history meets the future of space exploration. From walking in the footsteps of astronauts to seeing real spacecraft up close, this is the ultimate destination for space lovers of all ages. In today's video, we'll take you on a journey through NASA's incredible legacy, explore cutting-edge technology, and maybe even get a glimpse of the future of space travel. So buckle up, because we're about to launch into adventure. Okay, today we're visiting the Houston Space Center, or the Space Center Houston. Let's go.
We're on the way.
Welcome back. We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers so we can start donating our YouTube revenue to support families battling cancer. Join our journey, hit that subscribe button, and make a difference today. Now back to the video.
The main hall is where history and innovation come together. Here you'll find legendary artifacts like the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo capsules, real astronaut suits, and even a moon rock you can touch. Look up, and towering above are the spacecraft and models of the International Space Station, giving you a glimpse of life beyond Earth. Whether reliving NASA's past or exploring the future of space travel, this is where the adventure truly begins. So President Kennedy started it all off with his famous speech, "We choose to go to the moon." So he said, we choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon and do the other things, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. My favorite president.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
So of course, for all of the conspiracy theorists, this is where they filmed it. This is the command module, pretty much how it would look like after it had splashed down. So this is the Mercury spacecraft. It only has one person, so basically proof of concept. This is the Gemini, and of course it had two people, and they did spacewalks. Stepping outside, the adventure continues in the Space Center's incredible courtyard. Dominating the skyline is the Space Shuttle Independence, proudly mounted on the historic Boeing 747 shuttle carrier. You can even step inside to see what life was like aboard the shuttle, and right next to it stands the Falcon 9 booster from SpaceX, one of the very few on display worldwide. This reusable rocket represents the future of space travel, bridging the past and present in one unforgettable experience. So, we're better to have our lunch, but directly under the plane with the space shuttle above. So this aircraft was actually retired. It used to transport the shuttles around. It was cut into 7 pieces and transported from, I believe, Arlington Air Force Base to its current site here, which is about a 7-mile trip. And the shuttle, which is on top of the aircraft, is actually a replica. It's not the real deal. Okay, so over here behind me, I think, I'm not really up with SpaceX, I think it's a Falcon 9. I think it's called a Falcon 9 because it's got 9 Merlin engines. So I'm going to go over there and see if I'm right. So I did get it right. The sign is very faded. It is a Falcon 9 and it does have 9 Merlin engines. So there we go. And of course, it's reusable. So this one actually did 2 missions. And of course, all those people that are SpaceX enthusiasts will realize that these are the steering fins so that it can re-land. The innovation from Elon Musk is outstanding. It's interesting that once you get into private enterprise, then money matters. You've got to do things smart and you've got to do things cheap, and reusable is the way of the future. This is the flight deck. And this is the cargo area. So this is the orbiter access gantry. So you would walk along here, and at the end of it there would be the space shuttle, and you would hop in and the gantry would fold away and off you'd go. Now, let's take things to the next level with a behind-the-scenes tour of NASA's Astronaut Training Center. This is where astronauts prepare for their missions, training in full-scale mock-ups of the International Space Station, the Orion spacecraft, and more. From mastering zero-gravity maneuvers to testing cutting-edge technology, every mission starts right here. If you've ever wondered what it takes to become an astronaut, this is the closest you can get to walking in their boots. Alright, we're heading out on the second tour, which is the Astronaut Training Center.
As we depart Space Center Houston, we'll be passing through a short tunnel just a few feet up ahead. We ask the
This is the astronaut training facility. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so I'm presuming most people are on holiday. All the car parks pretty empty outside. And they seem to have a variety of different training modules for different things, so, which would make sense. This looks like just like the engineering side of it, where they're just making stuff. And now, of course, the grand finale, Rocket Park, home to one of the most powerful machines ever built, the Saturn V. Standing at over 360 feet long, this legendary rocket launched Apollo astronauts to the moon and remains the most powerful rocket ever flown. Walking alongside it, you can truly grasp the scale of NASA's ambition during the space race. From its massive engines to the command module at the top, every inch of this rocket tells a story of human determination and exploration. If there's one thing you can't miss at Space Center Houston, it's this. Alright, so there's so much to see, we've decided to go on the Rocket Park tour first up. Alright, so we ended up at Rocket Park and we're going to go and have a look at the Saturn V, which of course took the astronauts from the Apollo program to the moon. Alright, so I'm going to apologise in advance if I get this wrong, but I'm going to try to do all the parts. So you've got the command module here. So that was what they went, Saturn went up and then re-entered into the Earth's atmosphere in that. You then got the service module behind it. Now that was used to go from the Earth to the Moon. Then in this piece here is where the LEM, Lunar Excursion Module, was housed. And then the rest of it was just used to get into orbit around the Earth. So there we go. Alright, so the Saturn V was effectively a three-stage rocket. So this is the first stage that pushed the vehicle up into the stratosphere, and the second stage, which is this one here, pushed it into orbit. And then of course the third stage is the equipment that went to the Moon and returned the astronauts safely to the Earth. So the counting at the bottom of the engines is quite a remarkable design. They actually pump the fuel through the outside of the flange to keep it cool, so it doesn't melt. So the fuel is used for cooling as well as propelling the rocket into space. And of course the base of the Saturn V is so large I can't even get it into one shot of the camera. I can't get back far enough because there's a wall behind me. This is the famous Earthrise photograph. You can actually see, if you get down close enough, that's the service module. Alright, so Neil, I found your photograph on the wall, and I'll send you a link to the video. Okay, that's our first tour done. That just takes you over to the Saturn V and the Apollo missions. Very interesting. We spent probably well over an hour there reading everything, as we do. So Valerie, our daughter, would really hate that. But yeah, we found it very interesting, very informative. What an incredible journey through space history and the future of exploration. From legendary rockets to hands-on astronaut training, Space Center Houston truly brings the wonders of space to life. Whether you're a lifelong space enthusiast or just discovering your passion for the cosmos, this place has something for everyone. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting travel and exploration content. Until next time, keep looking up. So this is the inside of the Artemis, which can house 4 people. And of course the outside of the Artemis. Okay, Janie, you want to know all about the space toilet? Here it is. Just going to suck that out of you. Alright, that was our trip to the Houston Space Center. Happy?
NASA.
The NASA Space Center in Houston. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh, you're still here. You might like one of these videos next.